Welcome to Learned and Go-Go, the podcast. Hey, it is Wednesday night. Thank you to everybody who is hopping on with me tonight. I hope that you are doing well. My name is Sydnee. I am your host, and I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. You can get your copy at learnedandgogo.com. Hey, Lizzie. I'm so glad you are here. Hey, Luna Project. So glad you are here too. Beautiful. You know, I'd like to start the show every week by saying, what can I shout out for you? What can we support you with? What is going on in your life that we can celebrate or send you some good juju if you're struggling with something? Hey, cuz, I'm so glad you made it too. This is awesome. Got all the beautiful ladies in the comments so far, so that is fantastic. I do know that there are some projects that we talked about before that I definitely want to give a shout out to again. One is the contract, which I saw today. They are so close to reaching their Kickstarter goal. So please check them out. If you're not sure of how to get to the Indiegogo, to the Kickstarter, follow Aaron Markin and or Black Flame Entertainment, and you can get all of that. Yep, Aaron, I just said it. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. All the information there too. Good evening. Thank you so much for hopping on. So glad to have everybody here. Aaron says I'll be popping in and out. Me and Reaper are working on something amazing for the contract. Only 605 left on the Kickstarter. That's what I was saying. You're so close. So close. Let's see here. All right, your partner, Chris from the Luna Projects. Yep, so glad you are here too. And Angela says, I'm going to be entering several photos into a magazine contest. Good luck. That is super cool. I'll be creating an album for people to vote on which ones I should enter. Love it. Please let me know when you do so I can send people your way to vote for their favorites. That is so awesome. So excited. I love when people are doing super cool stuff. Another one that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention is, of course, Tremathon 2026 is coming up fast. That is the 17th and 18th of July. I will be there. Me and Johnny will be there as Necrosis and Militia. So definitely come by and see us hang out, and definitely look at this movie lineup. Citizen Taxi, the premiere of Poultrygeist 2, Beware Children at Play, Frankenhooker, which I absolutely love that movie, Bloodhook, When Nature Calls, and so many people will be there that you can meet, that you can hang out with, and it's always a super fun time. So if you are in the area, check out Tremathon. Hey, so Severian's here. So happy you are joining us too. Another one that I'm taking part of is the Clown Town Clown and Circus themed tattoo and vendor event. This is up in the Poconos, and it's at Mountain Wizard Tattoo. Definitely, if you're anywhere in the area, it's noon to 7. There's going to be a ton of vendors. Look at this. Flash starting at $80. Clown costume contest. Craft show. Get tattooed. Get entered to win a gift card. I mean, there's so much cool stuff going on. There's going to be food. There's going to be games. There's going to be balloon animals. There's going to be adult clown stuff. I don't know. Come check it out. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So definitely, if you are able, come. I'm going to be signing and selling my book. So please come and say hi. Get a copy of my book if you can. And I'm super excited about that event. That'll be here at a flash too. So I'm just seeing if anybody else has anything that I can shout out for them. A clown dough, maybe. It's not the nose that's going to be red, right? It's not a red rubber nose. How big are the feet on that one? Yeah, I'm not, and it's funny because I spent many years of my life like with a phobia about clowns, and I actually it's probably been about 10 years ago now, made the conscious choice to do like immersion therapy and watch horrible clown, like horror movies and like anything I can get my hands on to get myself over the fear. So, but yeah, I'm talking about I'm getting goosebumps. Still not, still not 100%, but I'm doing much, much better. So, Angela says, wish I could. I need to win the lotto so I can fly over for events and lunch. Absolutely. Yes, red tip. 100%. That's hysterical. But it'll be fun. So, speaking of fun, what did everybody do this past weekend? Did you do anything 4th of July y, or did you just have like kind of a regular weekend? Let me know in the comments. I actually had so much fun. Dave and I went up the mountains Thursday through Tuesday, which is like extremely long for us to be able to get away that long. So it was so much fun because the community that we're in does events. So they have, the fireworks and stuff like that, but they did the food trucks and they have it's like a cardboard regalia, I think it's called, where people build boats and all you can build them out of is cardboard and duct tape. Like that's all you're allowed to use. So I thought at first it was like, like you make a little boat and you float. No, these are boats that they get into and you're allowed to use wooden or metal paddles, but everything else has to be cardboard or duct tape. And they have like contests to see who can float the furthest across the lake and stuff like that. And 90% of the people get in and just sink, but it's fun. Um, and they also have like a golf cart parade. And it was the first year that we went to see that. And I'm like, oh, there'll probably be like 10 or 20 golf carts. There was like 100. They just kept coming down the road. I'm like, okay. And it was mostly red, white, and blue, 250th birthday, that kind of stuff, blasting Lee Greenwood. But there was one that was Mario Brothers that was really, really cool because it was, they had Princess Peach and Mario and Luigi, but then they had Donkey Kong, and the kid in the Donkey Kong outfit was like climbing on top of the golf cart and all that. And you hear the security guy get on the PA system and he's like, King Kong. I'm like, it's not King Kong, it's Donkey Kong. So they got kicked out because he wasn't supposed to be doing all that. But they had Minecraft. They had a couple of Philadelphia Eagles. They had trying to think what else off the top of my head. Scooby Doo. You always have to have Scooby Doo. And just it was really cool to see everybody's creativity. And a lot of them had like little kids that were just living their best life. So that was a lot of fun. And then of course we just, hung out, watched movies, stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. You're not supposed to squeeze that hard. That's hysterical. Yes, yes, you went to the UFO festival in Roswell. It was way too hot. Oh, and I got sick before I could take any awesome pics. I'm so sorry. That was the other thing here. We had 4 days where it was over 100 degrees, and that, like, we don't get that here. So usually you go up the mountains and you're freezing, and we had to put the air conditioner in maybe for the fourth time in the 20 years that we've had the house, maybe not even for maybe like the third, because it doesn't usually get that hot, but it was sticky. So Tatiana to that. If you're new here, Tatiana is cheers. Grab your beverage, your smoke, or whatever. It can be water, it can be alcohol. It's up to you. You don't peer pressure anybody into doing anything, but Tatiana. Lucy isn't here yet to get us all hammered. Chris says, was supposed to go out and shoot fireworks photos. Oh, I'm sorry. Severe anxiety and depression got you. I'm so sorry. I hope that you're getting onto the other side of that right now. I know how that is. So sending lots of love and light your way, because that's tough. I can understand. Luna says, I just stayed home but put together my shelf and arranged desk, etc. Hey, that's awesome. That is very, very awesome to get that kind of stuff done. Hey, Johnny's here. Hugs, kisses, high fives, and drinking poos to you too. All right, Chris has Dr. Pepper. Excellent. Oh, Johnny's there, and Annie. I'm reading Johnny. Hi, Annie. Can't wait to see you guys. What is it now? We've got 9 days. I'll see you guys. That's so awesome. Let's see here. Okay, Luna posted a pictures of the arrangement. Very cool. And I'm glad you're feeling better because my older daughter had to leave work yesterday because she was throwing up and she threw up for like 24 hours. It had to be food poisoning. Like it was that kind of sick and she's okay now, but I'm like scared with that bacteria thing going around now. Did you guys hear about that? It's like crazy stomach virus. I guess if it's bacteria, it's not a virus. But yeah, terrible. So anybody that's feeling bad, whether it's physical or emotional or mental or whatever, sending good vibes. Please feel better. We're all here for you. Thank you, cuz I definitely will. And she was doing better tonight, so hopefully it was all done. But I just felt so bad for her. I hate when my kids are sick. It doesn't matter if they're adults now or not. I just want to take care of them. So, all right. Oh, I understand, Luna. Gotcha. It seems like yeah, okay, Chris knows what I'm talking about. They just got the first case in Oregon. Stay safe, man, because it's like I think it had to do with produce. Like it was in the produce. So if you got like a salad somewhere, or, like a sandwich with lettuce on it or something, and I love vegetables. I eat vegetables all the time. So just be very, very careful, and hopefully whatever it is will be gone sooner rather than later. And my train crashed. I started talking about something else. I don't remember now. So we had 4th of July weekend. I'm trying to think what else happened that over the weekend because it was really a lot of fun. But the big thing, oh, Aaron's given us a Tatiana. Thank you so much, Tatiana. So the big thing is that my husband, my youngest, and I all went and got new ink. So I love it, love it. So when hey Shani, yes, the explosive diarrhea one, and I think it's vomiting too. It's just awful. It sounds horrific. But I'm so glad you're here, even if you popped in to say explosive diarrhea. Oh my goodness. But yeah, the this event is Valentina Tattoos. Slink Skull is what she's also known as. She's fantastic. And we went up and saw her and got some new ink. So the one I can't really show you because of my the headphones, but I put a picture in. So if you guys remember last month I had got a paw print and nose print of my loaf, my yellow lab that passed away. And I got her nose print back on my neck where I would hug her and she'd like snuggle and that's where her nose would hit. And I loved it, but I'm like, you know what? It needs a boop because I always would boop her snoot. So when I went back this time, I asked to get the boop. So that's her little nose print, her big nose print. She was a big girl, and a boop. And I love it. So I got that. And I also got a super cool portrait of me and Dave. And then I went back yesterday and I got the roses added because I wanted the sugar skull, and this is going to be that's the start of my sleeve, is that. So I can't wait to like build off of it. Originally, I wanted us as sugar skulls, but in order to do that, it would have to be like this big for it to look like us as sugar skulls and not just skeletons. But yeah, so that's the start, and I love it. And my husband is a major badass because he has a tattoo. I guess I think we have this on opposite arms. We each have this one, but he has one he got when his brother passed away. So July 1st was 16 years since his brother passed. And it was interesting because Mike's funeral was on July 6th, and that's when we went and got tattoos. And so Dave has the original, it's like a memorial tattoo to Mike that's, I think, 14 or 15 years old now. And so he added a sun and a moon, and like it's the night sky and the day sky, but it starts up here. And I know that was like needle on bone. And he was like, nope, I'm doing it. I'm just gonna muscle through and get it done. So his is like he got the start of his sleeve too, which is really cool. And then my youngest is a huge MCR fan, and her favorite tarot card is the Lovers. So she got the Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge album cover as the Lovers tarot card, and it's so badass. I love it. So it was a lot of fun. So tell me, do you have tattoos? If so, what is your favorite one that you have now, and what is your next one? Because most of us, as soon as you start getting tattoos, you got your next one. Yeah, this is number 18, which I love that one's because 18 is my favorite number. Let's see. Dave has the night sky tattooed on him. Yes, he absolutely does. Hey, Reese, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. The portrait tattoo is awesome. You are incredible and you are a rock star. And I love that you pop on here. Awesome. And wants to see a picture of Dave's because I can send you. I took a video because it's like it wraps around. So, but it's a biggie. Let's see, what did I missed one? Oh, thank you guys. When I can never Dia de los Muertos. You guys know how I get about this time of night. My tongue stops working, and I just tapped on like this. I would love that. I love sugar skulls so much. Love it. Okay, my next tattoo is definitely going to be a jackalope. I love it. Or a cutie Mothman. Adorable. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can definitely send you a picture of the MCR one. I didn't ask her ahead of time if she was okay with me putting it on the show, and I don't like to share without permission. So, but if it's cool, then I will definitely pop up a pic. Okay, Chris says I have 5. My favorite is my cancer ribbon in memory of my little brother. I'm so sorry, but I understand why that would be your favorite for sure. Luna says, sounds wicked. I love my crescent moon with black cat and cherry blossoms memorial for Luna and Dexter. Yes. They are definitely the ones that get you right in the feels for sure. Angela says, I'm dying for fresh ink. Right now I want to get Katya and Tortellini paw prints. Yes. The paw prints are also, I wish I could it's on the back of my leg. I don't think I'm that flexible anymore. Now that 51 hit. Now, I gave myself a cramp. Nope. I'll try and get pictures and post it, but it's Lexi's paw print and it says Lexi. And then I have Stan's, who was my guinea pig. I got his paw print too. And it says Stan. So cute. Ree says, that's awesome. She got that MCR tattoo. I want to get so many tattoos. I want my first one to be an Ozzy tribute. Awesome. I plan on getting a few Ozzy ones along with horror tattoos, Tim Burton, heavy metal, and I want the Joker with ha 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 on my side. I want to be covered in ink one day. Awesome. And I want to incorporate some lace, and stuff like that. But when I was talking to Valentina, she's like, get the big things first and then add the little touches after, because if you add the little touches and then you're like, well, now I want this. Well, now you don't have room for that because you got the little stuff. So work in progress was what I was trying to say. Sounds like Erebus to me. That's awesome. Such an awesome coincidence. I don't know what Erebus is. Please tell me. Luna's dying for fresh too. Absolutely. It's just funny. I went years in between them, and then in the past month, I've gotten 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 done. Or 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah. Just but just worked out that way. So, hey, Clark, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Tucker. Reese says, I also want to get a tattoo from my brother. Oh, I'm so sorry. He passed away at 3 months old. And I want to get a tattoo of my mama's handwriting and my dog Maddie's paw print. I love those. Love, love, love. Chris says, I have a paw print, but it's a whole other meaning, which we will not discuss on this show. That is fair. Absolutely. And Luna says, I know you posted those. Don't you have it in your stream? I don't have it in here anymore because when I have too many things in the system, it starts getting pissy with me. So I usually delete things after the show that I don't, I'm not actively using all the time. I do have Yeah, because I have the paw print when I got it before the boop is in here, but I don't see the paw prints because I was looking, but I don't think that they are in here anymore. But I can reload it. Actually, Luna Projects. Let me see if I can quickly. I might be able to add it from. Nope. I was gonna say if it's in the file that nah. Okay. I guess it's not an easy. I was gonna see if I could add it real quick, but now it's being a butt. I'm sorry. But I'll try and remember to load them up for next week. Or no, I can always put them on my page as well. Oh, he's the love of Nyx's life, represents the darkness of space. Yes, I forgot his name, but yes, 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 absolutely. Um, it's funny the I do heal really well, but I also have to give kudos to. It's called Saniderm. Now I didn't have that on here because it's in my hairline. But what it is it's like a plastic wrap with an adhesive, and they designed it for burn victims. So when you put it on your tattoo, because it's essentially like a sunburn is how your body reacts to it. So if you put it on, it heals it really fast. Now this one, I haven't put anything on except for a new thing my sister-in-law told me about called hustle butter. And I got some off of Amazon, and it smells awesome, and it feels like buttercream icing. You know, like you put it on and it's like buttercreamy, and then it gets a little oily, but not greasy. And it feels really good actually. So I've been using that. So far so good. I mean, it's only been since yesterday, but yeah. So shout out to Hustle Butter. I wish that all of the things I shout out, like all these companies, I'm like, yeah, I use this, I do that, I do. Pay attention and give me what is that called, like collaborator points. Just give me some free Hustle Butter. Hey, Kyler, I'm so glad you're here, sweetie. Shani says, I want more Virgo constellation in different colors and ginkgo leaves on my shoulder, upper arm for my dad. I love that. That is awesome. Annie is going to get the more adorable Snuffleupagus, and my younger brother is getting my Frozen Dead character Necrostein from Valentina on the 17th. Awesome. I knew about Snuffleupagus, but I didn't want to say anything. You know, like I said, I don't want to share unless I have permission, but here she is, and Chris beat her to it right beforehand. We got a couple Tatianas, so 2 sips, folks. That's the one. And did you? I'm so glad you're here, Lucy. You have to take care of your tattoo. Absolutely, it is very important. Make sure you use sunscreen too, because they will fade. It's good to see you too, Kyler. I'm so glad you're here. Let's see. Yes, or tokes. Like I said, take a sip or a toke or whatever you want to do. I love that you guys are getting matching tattoos too, and I love the matching tattoo idea. I think that's fantastic. If it wasn't yours, I might steal it. Let's see. Lucy says that's why my tattoos that are well over 20 years old look like they've just been done. That is awesome. If you don't mind sharing with us, tell us how you take care of yours, because you've had like, you know, a good track record. Is there something like a special product that you use? Do you just use regular body lotion, or do you make sure you use sunscreen every day? Because I know sunscreen's a huge thing. I have like, when I saw how faded the cross is on the back of my neck next to the paw print, I'm like, yeah, but that one's math. Um, at least 30 years old, maybe 35. It's one of my ones I got in the 90s. So it's due. And that's also a nice fun thing. Like, I don't count my touch ups, or I, you know, like the amount of times I've been tattooed versus the number of tattoos. I was trying to figure out how old I was, Luna, and that was too much math. I think I was like, it was probably 20, 1920. So yeah, that's what, 31 years. Yeah, we'll say 30 years ago, just for shits and giggles. But the one tattoo I have on my shoulder was a completely different tattoo when I got it. And I had that one touched up so many times that it looked just like a big blob. And I was going to be in my friend's wedding and wearing a dress that my shoulder was exposed, and I didn't want to walk down the aisle as a bridesmaid with this big wad of gum on my shoulder. So that's how, that's when I had it um, covered with the blue roses that I have now. So it won't post your comment. Bastards. I'm sorry. Is it a link? Is that why? Um, I hate when YouTube censors you guys. I'm so sorry. They certainly over a quarter century ago. I love that, Lizzie. Thank you. Yes. Um, and Chris says, I think my next one is going to be an Anchor Sea themed of some sort to remind me I wasn't destined to sink. I love that. I wasn't destined to sink. That's fantastic. I love that. And Lucy says, use sunscreen every single time, even when it was cloudy and gray and rainy. That is smart. That is smart. And I'm doing that now. Like, especially like my face lotion I use every day has sunscreen in it. Um, and I'm trying to be more conscious about using sunscreen because, growing up in the 80s, we used baby oil and put sun in our hair and then laid out with the reflective John and so I have a lot of damage to try and reverse at this point. That's probably going to pop up when I'm a little older, but I'm trying to keep it from getting worse. So are you Tatianaing us again? All right. Cheers. All right. Oh, it's the note because it wasn't a link. It's just being a butt. I'm sorry. But yeah, sunscreen is important. And that was another thing, like when we were away this past weekend, they were doing things down at the lake or down at the pool. And we're like, nope. We're like, we can't risk getting a sunburn and not being able to get our tattoos. So, and I know they say anything over 30 SPF is just the same as 30, but I still like to see the 70. Like I like to see the big number. I feel like I'm their perfect customer because it's totally psychosomatic. Like, oh, this must be better, but whatever. It's better than nothing. So, oh, it was too long. All right, they stink. I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely what we put in our hair. And I did the lemon juice, I did peroxide. I actually put Clorox bleach in my hair once and watched chunks of it go down the sink. Yeah, don't do that, folks. Not a good idea. Lucy says the whole idea of the tattoo is to keep moisture in your skin to help protect the ink. Yes. And sunscreen has come a long way. I use Salt Air. It's an oil and it sparkles. Ooh, but it works great. That's awesome. I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that up. And Luna says she wanted to be blonde or have light hair. It's so funny because I used to put sun in, and because my hair is so dark, it would turn orange. I could never get blonde. And then when I went to college, I tell this story in my book, Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go. Within 2 weeks of going to college, growing up in a strict Christian home, it was kind of like this, with the under the rules. At least at 18, I was absolutely feeling. So when I went away to Kentucky and I didn't have the supervision and the rules anymore, it was like boing, that thumb came flying off. So within 2 weeks, I had been blonde and found a tattoo artist that had 3 new tattoos, and I went cuckoo bananas. And they had tanning beds in town because the town I went in was like this big in southeastern Kentucky, and we had a Hardee's, and we had a Dairy Queen, and we had a Subway. That was pretty much it, except Shani will remember. What was that, right? Was it Hillbillies where they had the neon green onion rings that looked like they'd glow in the dark? They were scary. But yeah, I went and I paid someone to bleach my hair blonde, and I don't know if it was because of how dark my hair is, or maybe it was their first day, So my hair came out various shades from white roots, and then it progressively got darker and darker until it was shades of yellow and orange at the bottom. And my friend called me pisshead for 2 weeks until I could dye it dark again. that was that was a time. I don't think I have a blonde pic of me in here. No. Oh wait, I do. I was like, wait, that might be up in the top here. Yeah, that was that was a time. That was a choice. That was actually when it toned down a little bit and wasn't as bad. I'm not meant to be blonde. It's not my nature. Let's see here. Oh, got lots of comments. The 90s was a dangerous time for beauty. That's why, like, if I don't have anything to make my eyebrows look like they're gone, they're like parentheses from the 90s. They're just like all gone. Oh, thank you for sending a link. And Aaron says, I've been making sure I've been writing down my ideas for other short stories and films lately. Excellent. That's good because the one thing that I've learned is that the biggest lie I tell myself is I don't have to write that down because I'm not going to remember. I can't remember like half the time what I'm talking about mid sentence. It's like I said, my train crashes, my brain is oatmeal, and I have no business thinking I'm going to remember. I just have to admit I got to write it down. So I'm glad you're doing that. Chris says, my hair is pitch black. Awesome. I wish I could do, I don't know what our, I guess the photos of where I bleached it after graduating. I came back from Tennessee and my mom passed me twice in the airport. Oh my gosh, I bet. That's bigger than some Texas towns I've seen. That's hilarious. Hey, Clark. I did not grow up in Kentucky. I was only there for a year, but I met some amazing people and very, very happy that I went there for college. I went, I was originally a psychology sociology major. I switched it to English journalism my second semester, and then I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I decided to take a year off. That was 1994, and I still haven't been back. So it's the longest year off ever. But I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So once I figure that out, and if it needs a college degree, I'll go back then. Lizzie says there's a hairdresser we watch on YouTube says for dark hair, it is infinitely better to use the less strong bleach twice instead of blasting it with the stronger bleach once. Absolutely. And I think too, like in the 90s, because this was 93 when that happened, I think that the products that we have now have come a long way, from what we used to use back in the day. So they have ways to do things now that aren't gonna blast all the hair off your head like back then. Because I still, I do the box color at home, but it's not that smell anymore that just lingers and you feel like you're in the chemical lab. So it's come a long way. 80s Aquanet. I still use Aquanet. I got a can of it in my bedroom. But I always loved how the unscented one smelled just as bad as the scented one. There was no such thing as unscented Aquanet. That's ridiculous. Oops, I thought I saw a comment. Okay, I thought I saw a comment from Kyler. Oh, it's up. This is the comment I'm looking for. It's okay, sweetie. I'm glad you're here. So if you just want to sit back and listen, that is A-okay. And just chillax and enjoy us all talking about our hair. Let's see. And Luna's asking Brad Mondo instead of... wait, what's Brad Mondo? I don't know what Brad Mondo is. And I don't know who Moscow Mitch is either. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure, so I need some more context clues, please. Aquanet is the bomb, absolutely. And we used to we're such freaking idiots. Be in the school bathroom and you'd spray the mirror and then light it on fire, or start freaking flamethrower fights with your friends. What the hell were we thinking? That and Rave. Rave is another really good cheapy hairspray. Um, they do still make Aquanet. Yes, absolutely. Yep, and Chris is agreeing. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot they call him that. You know what? I I there's so many things I want to say, but I want to keep talking about fun things and not that piece of shit asshole. But yeah, we don't know. We don't know what's going on. I don't think he is in any way without mechanical help. Let's see. Aaron's hair is almost to his ass crack. That's really like it's funny because in pictures it doesn't it's long, but it doesn't look that long. So that's really awesome. Oh no, you're allergic to Aquanet. That's crazy. What was I thinking? Let's see. We used it for potato cannons, best fuel ever. And when we accidentally shot out the stained glass window of a church, oops. And Luna said, Jesus. That's appropriate. That's an appropriate response. Oh no, Luna Projects is allergic to Aquanet too. So, can you guys use Rave? Are you allergic to like all the cheap hairsprays? And do they still make White Rain? Do you guys remember White Rain? I feel like I haven't seen that in the stores recently. They still have the Suave, and they still have Mane and Tail. I used to use that in college, the like hair shampoo or the horse shampoo and conditioner. Because why not? Aaron says if I put my hair down, I get a free hair vest. Oh, Angela's allergic to all of them. That stings. I don't use hairspray that often. Mostly like if we're going to like a wedding or out to dinner or something and there's any sort of humidity because my hair will just get larger and larger and frizzier unless I calm it down. But I have to have it when I am militia because that is some big hair and that is some teased out 80s. So I'm really hoping it doesn't rain at Termathon or I'm going to be screwed. Oh, there's White Rain at the Dollar Tree stores. Okay. I used to love White Rain back in the day because it was affordable and it worked. Okay. And Luna uses a L'Oreal brand. Very cool. Yeah. Hey, Tanya. I'm so glad you're here. And I think you're right. Clark, I don't think MM knows the answer to that question either. Facts. Lucy says Alessandro Capozzi has an amazing product for tattoos and is a tattoo artist. Oh, cool. And lives and sings while he tattoos you in Rome. That's really cool. You used Paul Mitchell for years. I like Paul Mitchell, but I can't always afford like that tier of products. That's why and there's something about when you go and you get your hair done and they wash your hair for you, it always smells better and feels better when they do it. I don't know why. Like when you go home and your hair's just like it's like the commercial, like the ha 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 ha. And you can buy the same products, but they don't smell as good. I don't understand. Tanya says, just popped in a few minutes ago. Oh, I'm sorry you and Little Bits are sick. We were talking about that earlier in the show tonight, how there's like something crazy going around. So I hope you guys don't have that. And I hope you're both back to 100% real soon because it sucks being sick and I'm so sorry. Lizzie says, I want to get a serenaded tattoo in Rome, right? Field trip. Let's go. Let's all pack it up and go to Rome and get somebody to sing and tattoo us. That'd be fantastic. Oh, he comes to LA sometimes and you can find him on Spotify. All right. Road trip to LA. That's super strong hairspray. The Paul Mitchell kind? Chris says I don't have enough hair to need hairspray. And Lucy's asking whatever happened to Herbal Essence. I feel like I saw that recently. Is that the one that they used to have like the orgasm sounds when she was washing her hair? The Herbal Essences? There's that one. There used to be, I think it was Revlon had a shampoo and conditioner called Outrageous. And for some reason, I loved it, even though it had a really strong smell, like kind of like a perfume smell. But I liked that particular one, which is odd because normally I don't like anything like that. And they haven't sold that in years, but I used to love the Revlon Outrageous. It came in a red bottle. That was some good stuff. Herbal Essences is still around. Okay, cool. And Luna says, I haven't used spray since Texas because I don't know, don't curl my bangs and don't do bangs anymore. Yeah, that makes sense. Aaron says, I will be the only one serenading you, Lizzie. That's funny. Have you seen the sex themed lipsticks and nail polish? I have not, but now I want to. Do you know who makes them and where you can find them? Because that sounds like fun. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a stomach bug. That's what's going around, unfortunately. So hopefully it doesn't last long and you'll be back to 100% roll soon. Let's see. I will totally pick you up on the way to LA. You know that. Is Yush the name of the stuff, or is that like a Yush, like a yes? Okay, awesome. Send it to me in a private chat, please, because that sounds like so much fun. Yeah, and Angela says, yeah, where are those? I want sex themed stuff. That's fantastic. Hey, he's hot and he serenades and he does tattoos. What more do we need for a road trip except like get some corn nuts and let's go? Okay, let's. It's so funny when I get to a comment and I don't know exactly what it's in response to. So I just see something like sex. I think that's about the makeup, but that's funny. And we have strawberry. Are we talking about the sex makeup or are we talking about the old strawberry shampoo? Because there used to be the strawberries and cream shampoo. Let's see. Oh yeah, we would absolutely have to go see David and Frank. I'm like, I know the bulldog's name. Don't tell me. I had to think of it. Absolutely. Tatiana to this conversation. This is hilarious. Oh yeah, I used to have like the all the different scented stuff like the coconut. I think the strawberries and cream was that like VO5? I know they had one. Let's see. Amanda. Amanda Hug and Kiss. I was talking about the dog, not the girl. There's the bulldog, isn't he, Frank? He was at your wedding. He's so cute. I love the bulldog. Um, oh, you're talking about one that was for kids. Okay, so there was shoot, I can picture the sorry, my nose is itching so bad. I can picture the label because they had different products for kids. And it wasn't No More Tears because No More Tears had the gold and the pink because it was gold for pink for babies, no more tears. No, it was gold for babies, no more tears, pink for kids. I'm gonna stick with Johnson's for years. You guys remember that ad? Um, okay, yeah, there was a strawberry shampoo VO5. Thank you. And the VO5, they also had that conditioning oil, but you used it before you shampooed, which always like blew my mind because I'm like, don't you rinse out the conditioner? How does this work? Science. So yeah, there's very cool products that, and they take you back when you smell them. It's like, oh, I remember this. Oh, you didn't hear me mention Frank? Yeah, but no, his I don't, is it girlfriend, wife, fiance, partner is super sweet. Loved her too, but I was talking about the dog. But I would love to see her again too because we had fun doing the picture. She was awesome. VO5's expensive now. That was one of the cheapies. That's very disappointing. Oh, another Tatiana. Thank you, Chris. Cheers. Yes, Suave did do a kids shampoo, but there was other brands as well. And I can't remember what they were, but I know Suave had the like detangler spray. And that smelled really good too. I think they might have had a strawberry scented detangler spray, and they had watermelon. I forget what else, but you wind up going around smelling like delicious using all of this. Okay, girlfriend. And Frank's tongue is called Ronaldo. I love that Frank's tongue has its own name. That's hysterical. Oh, the oil is the shampoo and conditioner is still cheap. Gotcha. I want to know the stuff they use in videos that makes their hair look silky. I do too, because every time there's a commercial, like Pantene used to have those commercials, and they'd show the hair down, and it would just look so silky and nice. You know what? It's probably whatever they use on dogs in like the the dog shows. It's probably the same stuff. I have no idea. But you know what else? There's another brand I like. What is it? Aussie, the purple kind. I like that kind too. And that's not as expensive as it used to be, I don't think. But I've been using Dove has a new shampoo conditioner, and that's pretty good. And it's pretty cheap. So let's see. No, like new stuff now where it looks super soft and shiny. Oh, okay, like in TikTok videos and stuff. Um, because I just remember like the old commercials, they'd show it all like dry and everything, and then it would go "Wah," and it would be all silky. So yep, yeah, Aussie shampoo and conditioner, um, and that stuff smells good too. And they had one as like 7 Minute Miracle or something like that. I used to like that stuff too. Lucy's getting us going, Tatiana. No more tears. Yep, I'm still singing it. It's stuck in my head. Angela says I love the Aussie curling shampoo. Yes. And I have a actually no, that's not Aussie. It just also was in a purple thing, but it's like a curling mask. And I still haven't tried that yet. Chris says the detangler spray was the best. I had to spray it on my daughter every morning because she woke up looking like Bozo the Clown. Facts. I used to do that. I actually like still help my one daughter because she's got the longer hair that tangles, and I help her with that. Um, but what was I going to say? But yeah, that was like a lifesaver when they were little because just not central. It was crazy. I use Kitsch. I've never heard of Kitsch. Is that like, can you get that in Walmart, Target, or is that more like a get it at the salon kind of thing? Because I've never heard of that. Okay, you use the hairspray. That's awesome. Very cool. Oh, the grape stuff. Interesting. But yeah, like sometimes I just have to switch what I'm using because it's like your hair gets used to stuff and then it's like, and I was planning on getting the anti-chlorine kind of shampoo for this summer, but because of the tattoos, I haven't been able to go in the pool. So, yeah, save me some money on shampoo. Kitsch is on Instagram. Okay, Clark. And Shani says Target and Amazon for me. Awesome. And Aussie spray in the 90s. Yeah. 3 Minute Miracle. Yes. That stuff saved my hair after a bad bleach job. Yeah, that stuff works, I think. So, but everybody's hair is different. So it's fun to kind of play around and try different stuff because at the end of the day, it's just hair, you know. So do what you can with what you got. And that's all you can do. So it's funny, that wasn't even on my list of things to talk about. We just went, um, yeah. So let's see, what is the 3 Minute Miracle? That's an Aussie product. I don't know if it's, I think it's conditioner, but it might be a shampoo conditioner combo. I forget, but it's really, it works really well and it smells good. So, and you splurge on Paul Mitchell. What's the other one that's, is it Nexus? They like live together in the store. It's like the Paul Mitchell, and then I think it's Nexus. I used to get one of them, and I loved it, but just like it wasn't. I had to like keep it in my room and smuggle it in and out of the bathroom because other people in the house have like either the same amount of hair as I do or less, but consider needing to use a half a bottle of something. So I couldn't keep up. Let's see. It's Aussie and it's a deep conditioner. Yes. Tanya says, I used to use Suave coconut shampoo and conditioner. Added plus, it was good lice deterrent when my kids were little. Yes. That's the other thing about the Aquanet, the Rave. You get yourself the cheapest hairspray you can find and spray the crap out of your kids' hair before they go to school. And that helps too. Let's see. Oh, allergies. It stinks how many things you can't use anymore as like your allergies change as you get older. So that stinks. Yes, Nexus. That's what I think it is. Yep. But yeah, that's kind of like in the same category as Paul Mitchell. And then there was another one I used to get at Supercuts, and I think it was like a tea tree oil shampoo and conditioner just because I like the way it smelled. But especially if you have like me, every time I go outside or whatever, my hair's in my face, so I want it to smell good. If it's always going to be in my way, you have to enjoy it. But yeah, that's funny. There's so many different brands that they just don't make anymore. And I remember when I was little, the big commercials were, Prel. It was like all the green shampoos that they tell you now, like, don't ever put in your hair. They're terrible. But like Prel and Per Plus, and like that was what all the ads were for. Um, I was looking at that and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to try to pronounce it. So we have, yeah, I don't know. Methylchloroisothiazolinone. MCI. Wasn't MCI a long distance company? I think I used to have the MCI phone cord or phone card when you had to get the card to call long distance from college. Benzethiothioxylinone, no, 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 no. And octylithiazide. Nope, nope, I give up. I don't have a white flag, so I'm going to just wave my bisexual flag. I give up pronouncing big words. Yeah, let's see. Prel, yes, that could get rid of a perm for you. That stuff was wicked. That was very wicked. But the commercials made it look so fun. You had your Prel commercials and you had your Calgon commercials where they'd be like, Calgon, take me away, Excuse me. Let's see, that was naughty. I agree. Luna says, yes, but no, that's also an acronym for those mostly related in Dawn dishwashing liquid. Okay. Let me see. Where's my... I got to mute for 1 second. Sorry, that cough has been like tickling my throat for 5 minutes. And it's in every shampoo in the US and laundry soap. Like, why do they add stuff like that? I will never, ever understand. But Tatiana, oh, thank you, Tatiana, for trying. I love that I said it right as your comment popped up. Tatiana, for trying to pronounce the big words and for killing the tickle in my throat. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The dyes in your clothing, makeup, etc. Like, I don't wear clothes unless, or like sheets, anything like that. I wash them first because of all the stuff living in them from when they're created. And it's illegal in the UK and in lots of places in the world because they're smarter than us. Lizzie says, when I had chicken pox, my mom made me an oatmeal bath. And as soon as I got in, I said, Vino. She got a giggle from that for years. Yes. I still love a good Aveeno oatmeal bath. They still make that. And do you remember back in the day? Now I'm going down another tangent. The bath balls, and they were full of oil, like scented oil, and you'd stick them in the bath, and like they were supposed to melt, and you'd like basically you're bathing in an oil slick, and then so when you got out, the whole tub would be like, like a sheet of ice. So you're Bambi on ice trying to get out, and you're just covered in like an oil slick. But we thought that was the best shit ever when we were kids. My mom would get us the bath beads and like put them in, and oh my gosh, yep. And now, like when my kids were little, it was the bath bombs. They always wanted to get the bath bombs that were shaped like different things, and you'd stick them in them. Yes, exactly. Shani says, I fell so many times from them damn oil beads. Absolutely. really all free and clear has the chemicals in it. That makes sense. That's ridiculous. Um, Clark says in the 70s, some women washed their hair with egg shampoo. It was homemade and made one's hair very shiny. I have heard of that. And some, like if you had blonde hair, you'd wash it with beer. I remember hearing that. Um, Boba for the bath. I love it. Trying to get out like a frog on wet glass. Yes, yes, absolutely. Lizzie says, yes, the oil balls. They did not quite melt for me. I had to pop them. Yes, we had super hard water. That was the fun part, was getting to pop them. And then, or like put a little slit in it and you could squirt them. Like we would squirt them at each other. That's hysterical. Waste of beer. Yeah, I hear that. Tattoos to beauty and bath products. You never know what we're going to talk about on this show. I never know what we're going to talk about on the show. I give myself little guidelines and then I just let it ride. And that's, we usually come up with some pretty fun stuff. So let's see. Luna says, I use one. I think mine is made in Thailand or Vietnam. I use a bar soap that has fermented rice, which doesn't have them. You've told me about the shampoo that's the rice bar, and you sent me the information. I have not tried it yet, but that sounds very interesting. And I'd like I don't know if you've been to a Lush because they are supposed to, and it's all marketing, but I believe their stuff's like vegan and a lot more like natural stuff. Um, Less grays, you say? It says that it makes it shiny and I have less grays. I don't know if I can ever come back because I like when I'm not coloring my hair, I look like a sea hag. And every year I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to let it grow in and I'm going to be Lily Munster for Halloween. And it gets to a certain point and I can't do it. I'm just not there yet. I have so much respect for the women who are embracing their gray and letting it grow in. And maybe one day, but that day's not here yet. So let's see. It says it was clown doors earlier. Yeah. Never know what we're going to talk about. Sea hags are hot. Some are absolutely. That is very true. All right. So I think what I think I look like when my grays come in is latrine from Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's what I picture. Used to be shit house. As long as it's clear of those chemicals. Okay. That's I don't think it has anything like that in it. But like I said, maybe I'm just ignorant to what's actually in things. But I know I use a thing called super milk, which is so funny because I always say super milk. But it's a moisturizing spray and it smells like good hippie smell. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like when you go into the incense shop, like get your crystals, that kind of smell. Um, and it's got the vegan certified and stuff like that. I'm not even sure what's in it, but it's a lot of different kinds of oils and stuff. So it's I know that's a good thing. But yeah, better it turns gray than turns loose. Yes. Yes, yes. Oh, thank you. Maybe I'll be a sea hag for Halloween this year. We'll see. Oh, Lucy's at it again. Tatiana, she's like, oh, got a couple minutes left. Got to stick in all the Tatianas we can. And again, if you want to hear the story about Tatiana, it's in my book, Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go. It has absolutely nothing to do with drinking. It was just a story about someone I worked with, and we adopted Tatiana as our way of saying cheers. So I have one patch of gray right at the part of my hair. That's where mine started. I used to look like Josie and the Pussycats because I just had the one part of it. And then all of a sudden, everything that's new is gray. I can absolutely give you the link, Lucy, yeah, or Luna. Yeah, it's called Super Milk, but I call it Super MILF because I'm me. Yes, patchouli, or as I used to call it in the 90s, I smell alternative. Who is that actress that has that white stripe? I don't know. I just Bonnie Raitt popped into my head, and she's a musician. Who has a white stripe that's an actress? One of y'all will know. Stick it in the comments because somebody's going to know who that is. And if I put in like actress white stripes, I'll have to go through like Jack White and all that before I get to an actual answer. All right, Chris, one more Tatiana. Why not? Twist my arm. Because we all know what time it is. Bride of Frankenstein. I think they're talking about an actual actress, not a character, though. So, like dark hair and a bright stripe. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, the girl, the singer from Berlin had it. She looked like magnolia seeds because it was like black and then white, or was it white and black underneath? I always thought that was so cool looking. She had blood with black tips. Okay. Lucy says, whoops, whoops. All the Tatianas. But yeah, you guys keep chatting in the comments if you can figure out who the white stripe girl is. It's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, blonde, not blood. Okay, I was like, did she have blood red hair? No, I was thinking like it was like a real white blonde though. It was very, very like bright, and I loved her voice. I thought her hair was so cool. And the girl in Vixen that had like the raccoon tail part in her hair, thought that was cool. There's a lot of people that have some really cool hair. Lita Ford's got the blonde with the black underneath, or at least she did it at one point. Lucy says, I have some strands of white hair. That's cool. Yes, exactly. She was blonde with the black on the bottoms, and it looked really cool. Bonnie Raitt, yeah, she's the red, but she's got that gray like coming out here. It's not even really a stripe. It's just a. But that like own it, mark it, own it. Looks awesome. So whatever works for you, rock it for sure. And I am going to, let's see, the girl who plays Flo for the insurance commercials is known for it. I did not know that. There was an older lady with a white stripe. She was a 1940s actress. Shani's guessing Anna Paquin or Stacey London from What Not to Wear. I don't know Stacey London. Anna Paquin, I only know her as blonde from when she was in True Blood. Interesting. We'll get to the bottom of this. Report back to me next week. Figure out who it is, because now I'm curious. But unfortunately, my dears, it is that time. So in the next week, figure out who the white striped lady is, and let me know what you've got going on that we can promote, that we can shout out, that we can support you in. That is what this is all about, because when the tide comes in, all ships rise. We need to support each other. And in the next week, if you're running into some tough stuff, sometimes you just want to stick your head in the sand, but you think you're hiding from your problems and the rest of the world just sees a big ass. Love ya.